Good afternoon. Welcome to my city. This is going to my interview city now. And this is Sam. Sam is been with us for the last week, but this is the second time this year. So I wanted to be known you now for over 18 months, and I wanted to have a little bit of a catch up and ask you your whole journey and have you found the whole process and give us a bit of a feedback.
Yes.
And tell people basically how it is, what to expect.
Right. So about 2 years ago, I was really big. I was 27 stone 2 when I had my gastric sleeve. So yeah, I was really big, and I didn't actually know how big I was. I went to my doctor's surgery and I was 33-year-old and I was nearly bedbound. Like, I had inflammation in my hips. I was on pain relief to treat gout. My weight related problems were really bad. I was struggling at work. I was finding just day-to-day life so difficult at 27 stone, but nobody could believe I was ever that big. And then I never ever thought about the gastric sleeve, and then Pam and Ali had mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that's an option.
Ali was doing the research.
Yeah, the FBI. And I thought, so then she did her research and then I did my research, and I was like, this is actually a good idea. I'd never ever thought about a gastric sleeve even in the UK. Just always, it was never something that I thought I would do. And then I came to Turkey and had the gastric sleeve, and I think from the day I went home I felt like a different person. Even though I was still the same weight, I had 80% less of a stomach, but I felt like a different person because I knew that life was never going to be the same again. I knew that I was going to trust the process. I was never going to be the size I was forever. And then I think the first week I lost, was it 2 pounds short of 2 stone in the first week. And I was like, oh my goodness, can I lose this every week? But I didn't. And I had weeks where I stalled and I thought, why am I stalling? I'm being so good. But it's just the process. The skin has to come in with the body, it is the process. So when you have day weeks, Pam and Ali used to say, take measurements, measure yourself, and I was just never going to measure because I felt so big. I thought there's no measuring tape big enough to measure. So I just, then one day, I think it hits you. So a year later, I decided to get back in contact with the health store, and I think I'd spoke to you, didn't I? And you said send over photos. I'd sent over photos, and the surgeon had said straight away, you're ready for surgery. And I just thought I still had more weight to lose, but I was wanting to research the plastic surgery side of things and know what I was in for. But when they had said straight away, you're ready for surgery, I was like, oh my goodness. So I think I wanted the arms, the tummy and the thighs done.
Yes.
So the surgeon advised no thighs because the healing process is more important than doing all day 3. So at first I was like, oh, because I just wanted it done.
I remember that because the first time around you came.
I was like, I'm not doing it.
First time around you came with your mum, but before you came, no, I want to have all of it done. It's like, no, Sam, you can't have all of it done all at the same time. And we had to pick and choose which parts that bothered you most, and then we did. So first time around we did
the arms and the Fleur delays. I see now why it was so important not to have it all done at the same time.
Yes.
Like, I healed so well from the first surgery. Like, I think I sailed through it. Like,
you did amazing.
Yeah, I healed. My scars are so minimal. Like, I didn't expect it to be the way that it was. So then, when Pam and Ali had said again about going back, I was like, oh.
Am I ready for this?
Yeah, is it too soon? But I was just ready to have the last stage of the journey. That
was back in November, wasn't it?
So it was November. I had the Fleur delays and the arm lift, and then I've come back in August to have. So I've had this time. I've had the thigh lift, the breast lift, and augmentation as an implant, and I had a body lift because I had some bits here.
So it was a body lift from underneath your breast all the way around,
Yeah.
and your obviously your breasts and your thighs. Out of every single bit, you keep saying there's only one bit hurts the most.
Yeah. All surgeries, including the gastric sleeve, is definitely the thighs. But speaking to Ramsey this morning, he said to me, everybody deals with it different, and he said, if you know, it's the process. Sometimes he says just because there's bleeding there, that's why it's so sore. He says if it wasn't there, it wouldn't hurt. And I have no pain from my breast or my back lift. It's almost like this hasn't been done. It's
But
just,
it has been done.
yeah, it has
We've
been
seen the
done.
scars.
I know, but it almost, I feel nothing here. It's mainly my thighs, and if there was no pain there, I think I would walk to the airport.
No.
But no, yeah.
How did you find the whole team? And obviously, now you've done it. You came with your friends for the sleeve,
Yeah,
and then you came with your mum
yeah.
for the first surgery. Now you're here on your own.
For the third
So
surgery.
you can talk for every single scenario to
Yeah.
prepare.
When I came with Mum, I think it was easier because I had company. Whereas when I've come on my own, I didn't have the company. But the team have just been faultless. Like I've never felt like I've been treated like a princess. Like, you know, I've always been comfortable. I've always been asked, have you got enough food? Have you got enough drink? There's bottles of water put on my table. When I think that I'm just about finished, there's another bottle there without even have to ask. You know, and they'll help me to the toilet. There's nothing that they won't do for me. I mean, I was wheeled to the hairdressers today to get my hair washed.
This is why we're actually having the interview. Just let's not waste the hairdo.
I know. I feel so much better today. Today, I'm so glad. This is the right day to go home. Like I'm ready. I'm healing well, and because I've had the surgery before, I know how I'm going to feel. Maybe tomorrow and the day after, and I know that maybe next week I'll maybe feel a wee bit groggy, but sleep and healing and food and water, I'll be fine.
Food and water, and basically proper food and water, and obviously you've done also really well, because last time and this time as well, I just wanted to kind of mention this. I don't know if you should go on record for this, but about smoking. You gave up smoking before your surgery, and you stopped smoking after your surgery, so till your healing process is finished. I think it just shows in your scars. The scars are so minimal, it really affects.
It does, yeah. I mean, I've stopped for the 5 weeks. I think that Ramsey recommends is it 3 to 4 weeks, but that extra week, just give it the extra week to let it heal.
You've done really well, and you're going to do it again.
Because it just gives it that finish that makes it almost invisible.
I know. You deserve it after going through all this pain.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
I think I've lost half my body, like over half my body I've lost 14 stone in total, but that was before this surgery, so I've probably lost a little bit more now, because I was just looking at my notes and I seen liposuction there. So.
No, obviously to do when they're doing the thighs, they have to
remove to tidy it up, so
they do a liposuction first, and then they do the lift.
So that'll probably be a little bit less. So in total I've lost over 14
Well,
stones.
we need to update our notes. I was talking to Pam this morning. Between the three of you, do you know how many stones you lost?
I said to Pam yesterday, I think it was over 30 stone, am I right?
40.
Over 40.
Three of you
My
put together,
goodness.
you lost 40 stone.
Oh my god, that's just
I know.
3 people.
Uh-huh.
You can imagine what is 40 stone? Like that is, you know, it's like a family. You know, it's just 3 people. You know, when you try to think what weighs 40 stone,
you can only do it if you picture somebody. Or two.
Yeah. It's a lot.
You done
amazing.
well. You're going to look after yourself.
Absolutely.
And next time you're in Turkey, it's going to be for holiday, not for surgery. You promised Mum now, so that's it.
Yeah, I think this time I'll be coming with friends and family.
Yeah.
Come get
It'll be
surgery.
nice.
I'll come hold their hand, and it'll be good to keep in touch with the team because they've just been so good to me. So good to me. And I don't want them to think that I'm going home and that's it. I don't appreciate everything they've done for me because I really do. I don't think I could have got through this whole experience without the Health Store Turkey. The way they've looked after me.
Thank you.
And made me feel like I felt safe in a foreign country, and I couldn't have asked for better than that.
Thank you so much for saying that. And you know, we do our best to look after everybody who walks through the door.
Yeah.
And you know, we're here if you need us. But you now became a friend as far as we're concerned and stuff, but you're part of the family,
definitely.
And you'll stay as part of the family.
I've got my dressing gown.
Yeah. Expecting some pictures in Edinburgh with those on.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you.
And let's keep in touch.
Definitely. Yeah. Lots of pictures.
Yes.